Pretty dope.
Alright.
Yeah,
We didn't set Barkley, though, so.
that's fine. Well, this one will be authentic. Oh, just went before you there.
I have no shot that
there's
Brees
no-
Hall actually does that anyway.
There's no way A.J. Brown... there's no way he's falling to a 10.
JJ went 3.
Gibbs went 6th.
I can see that.
No,
If-
not 6.
No, but I could...
Gibbs
you
over
could-
Hall?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. But you could flip Hall and Gibbs, and that could absolutely happen in a draft.
Yeah.
Absolutely could happen. Yeah, we've been mocking Saquon going before us because we're getting some information that he probably will go within the top 10. But yeah, you guys know it's between Garrett Wilson and Gibbs. Like, that's who comes in my mock most of the time. But if A.J. Brown is there, I have to take A.J. Brown. I love him this season, especially with Kellen Moore. I think he's going to blow. Wow.
Careful, Joe.
Dude, this is still, I still, don't know what I want to do.
Well, let me say this. If you are true to your word, Josh, then, Joey, you don't take Saquon here.
No, I know.
Like I said, if I'm gonna pick any, if I were to, let's just say I were to steal Saquon from Joe, then I sure as heck don't want Hurts and Saquon. I'd rather have Smith.
I know,
or
but
Hurts
I'm saying
and Smith or whatever.
You could go JT Saquon. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
but I'd rather
you take away one of those elite running backs from Joe.
But let's just say I'd rather have Smith in the 3rd round. Is what I'm saying.
No, I know.
So I'm not gonna take Saquon and then take Smith.
I mostly believe you. I do. But that's what I'm saying to Joe here. If we go into this draft tomorrow, Saquon's here at 11, and you...
No,
I was going to say, if
we've gotten to a point where,
if you can trust Josh, that's not going to take him.
If you've lied to me this whole time, whatever. But dude, I want Marvin Harrison so bad.
Oh, well, if you...
Yeah. Garrett Wilson, dude.
I was going to say, if Wilson and Marv are there, and you can take Saquon at the 2-2, I think you have to take Garrett Wilson.
I think I do, too. I did it last year, and it bit me in the ass.
This is where I'm struggling.
Well, you were thinking, RB, right?
Yeah, but, I'm not... the next guy is... ETN, Kyler Williams, Derrick Henry.
Hey, you think Derrick Henry's top 5 running back? This is a perfect spot to take him.
That was Joe.
You said that too.
I'm gonna try something different.
I've been thinking about. Oh, see, that's. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but you're going Saquon here anyway.
Yeah, chill, B.
No, I know, but dude, I want all 3. I want Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison, Saquon.
In terms of roster construction, I absolutely don't like going wide receiver.
Yeah.
But at the same time, A.J. Brown and Puka is a fantastic start. But no, if I took A.J. Brown first like this, there's no Barkley, there's no Taylor, definitely looking running back. I would say it's probably a tie between Etienne and Kyron.
What?
Although I have trying to convince myself...
It's not between Henry and Williams?
No. I've been trying to convince myself that Isaiah Pacheco's my guy here. I love Pacheco this year. I think I'll still go Kyron here. Blake Corum doesn't scare me that much.
Damn, Josh Allen just went. Travis Kelce also went.
Yeah, I think Kelce in the ADP's been going high. I don't think A-Chain goes that low. I don't think Stephon Diggs goes that high.
Laporta in the 3rd.
See, that's
over Kelce.
That's realistic, but not over Kelce. Laporta should be the first tight end.
I think, but man, if you could get Laporta in the late 3rd like that, that's not a bad pick.
Hurts went right before you.
Yeah, so that's another thing.
Brown would have been nasty.
Yeah,
if I get A.J. Brown during the draft and Jalen Hurts is there at the 310, that sort of stack, I think I gotta go for it.
Yeah.
Dude, mocks where Hurts falls to me after I draft Saquon, and same thing, that halfback duo in an offense like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I can't imagine that Nico, Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, Cooper Kupp, and DK, all 5 of those fall that far. I just don't think so.
Dude, and right now,
Diggs shouldn't be that high.
Right now, is why I've like been leaning towards running back.
Yeah, but I
Because,
don't think
right
this
now,
many.
like dude, like there's like, the value of wide receiver right now.
They are.
Yeah.
In our mocks, they are. I don't think it's
Yeah.
going to be that good come draft day. There's no way Stephon Diggs goes before Nico. I just can't
no.
see that.
No.
There's no way Debo Samuels goes before Nico. Like,
No.
Chris Olave.
I
Although
can't
if
see that happen.
Ayuk goes, Debo could easily
Really.
Yeah, okay, I guess so.
like second
But
round.
yeah, so I'm looking at these receivers.
35 seconds.
Okay,
Funny.
based on this board, based on the receivers that are there, I'm going Kenneth Walker.
Oh, Anthony Richardson just threw a pick 6.
Oh, they're playing?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Just again, I have Nico, Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, Cooper Kupp, DK Metcalf. You guys only have 4 spots, so even if you take 4 receivers, I'm very happy with whatever that 5th receiver is that you guys don't have there. And Kenneth,
All right.
compared to those running backs there, Kenneth is
What are you doing?
leagues ahead. Yeah, so you like Kenneth a lot, don't you?
I do.
So do I. Like, he's been out of those guys, the Rashad White, the James Cook, the Joe Mixon, like, those guys are well, okay, Cook is decent, but Rashad White and Joe Mixon are inefficient running backs. I think Kenneth, and they've talked about getting him in the pass catching role, which
Come on, Joe, hurry up. You've
boosts
done
like
like
crazy.
100 of these.
Yeah, and I'm
He's
like,
thinking.
every time I don't know what to do.
This
I've-
isn't
I've
real
liked-
life.
Gonna treat it like it.
Some of us have responsibilities. Hurry up.
I've been taking Lamar. I don't think
You clown.
Yeah, Coop's great there.
Dude, if only we were doing this when Kupp and Lamar were entering the league.
This is tough. There's so many good receivers here.
Yeah, there are. I hope this happens during our draft because I'll feel very, very good, but I just can't see it happening. Who are you deciding between?
Well, Nico Collins is right there.
It's really hard not to take him.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
You looking for Smith? He's 47.
Let me see here.
Oh, we done 100 of these.
Come on. Would you actually take him over Nico Collins, over Jalen Waddle?
I love Devontae Smith.
DK. I know. You
See?
would take him over those guys?
I would take him and I would say it's between him. It would be between him, Michael Pittman, and Nico.
I think I would take Lamar here, but just because he's there, I will.
Yeah, he drops to you. Man. I love Jalen Waddle.
Receivers is kind of crazy.
And I also love DK Metcalf. I'm not
Two Seattle guys though.
I'm not
Right.
concerned about that. I got the
I would-
two top Seattle guys, but I love Jalen Waddle, so I'm gonna go Jalen Waddle there.
Really, dude? I'm not touching Jalen Waddle.
Oh, he's a beast, absolute stud.
He was injured last year. He'll be a lot better this year.
He finishes the wide receiver 7 with Tyreek Hill on the team.
Last year?
No, 2022.
Oh yeah.
There's no reason to believe that. What
Yeah.
What has changed since then? Nothing. All right, so we got AR, we got Kyler, both there. The only person I consider running back is James Conner here, but I love Zay Flowers there.
Get your quarterback, Joe.
See, I already waited on Lamar, so at this point, I don't know, because I really need another running back. Bad.
Yikes.
But I got 3 stacked wide receivers, so my
No, I think again based on
I have 3 wide
board-
receiver ones.
based on the board and based on how at least we've been drafting with Josh. Wow, he goes and takes Kyler.
And
Let's
then
go.
That's fine. Pitts over AR, huh? I guess you do love Pitts that much. Yeah, I was hoping that obviously AR or Kyler would fall to B. So AR is a smash.
I'm gonna
there.
laugh when Pitts just bombs again.
Finally, the year.
It is hard to imagine that Pitt, like, man, he can't not do good. You know, it's hard to imagine him.
If he doesn't succeed this year, he's.
Yeah.
Is this his fourth or fifth year?
This is his fourth.
If this is
20,
the year,
yeah.
he's just not.
Because 2021 was his rookie season.
Yeah, if this
so
isn't his
this
year,
is
he ain't picking up his fifth year.
And it's crazy. This is his fourth year, and he's 24. And this is Bo Nix's first year, and he's 24. Crazy. Yeah, don't love the running backs here, and there's definitely start to be a steep drop off. It's between two guys for me here. It's Rashee Rice and Deontay Johnson. I love both. I'm gonna go with Rashee here.
I will snag my quarterback. Probably could have waited, but I don't trust Josh.
No,
you think I'm gonna take Love?
You definitely could have waited.
You do some shit to piss me off.
Yeah, that's the only thing is, then I don't get Ferg there. But that's okay.
There's nowhere else I really want here.
These running backs just fall off.
Yeah, they're terrible.
The running backs. That's why it's just this.
But I'm fine getting two fine guys in the beginning.
How do you guys feel about
I'm gonna take a kind of a reach here. I just don't like.
Over like a Deontay Johnson to be your fourth.
I'd rather take the risk.
Well, I took Smith, and then McLaurin's. I didn't want to take a third receiver. So.
I know, but you'd rather.
Chargers gonna be run heavy this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're gonna be a committee.
Please.
They will be.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Gus will probably lead it, but he's not going to have. He's a good pick. He's a good pick.
Is hurt every year, and he comes back explosive every year. So maybe he won't get hurt this year, and he'll finally just be explosive.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Isn't he? Didn't he? He's torn both ACLs. Has he not?
I don't know, dude.
Come on, Joe. These are the easy picks.
His legs don't work anymore, bro.
Some of us have stuff to do.
I'll run the risk.
Yeah, I just think that's crazy there.
I'll run it.
By the time he comes back, you'll be eliminated.
Because dude, he could easily be top 10.
See, I do not like these running backs starting in like the 7th round.
Yeah, my picks there are between Spears and Robinson. I do like Brian Robinson this year for sure.
Finished 22 last year. I'm not really worried about Eckler. Eckler literally said he doesn't want the ball.
Yeah, that is why he signed with them.
Oh my God.
And then, yeah, this is when I definitely want to get one of the cuffs. I can either get Blake Corum or Charbonnet. Charbonnet might make it back to me, but I'm going to take Corum here.
Oh, you did take. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, TJ Hawkins should be like the last. He shouldn't even be drafted.
Yeah, that's crazy. I do hope that he actually gets taken there, because that would be funny.
Schultz just went in the 10th.
Oh, I wanted Frymuth to come back. And they took Charbonnet away. Okay, that's fine. As long as I have one of those backups. But I will go with Rico Dowdle.
I'll get both of them.
Oh, Dobbins. I wouldn't want Edwards and Dobbins. I'd want Edwards and the other man.
Wide receiver 1. Herbert's got to throw to somebody.
Yeah, I don't. To another person like Cooper Kupp, Josh Palmer doesn't fall to us in the 11th like this or the beginning of the 12th. He goes earlier.
He's wide receiver 2.
Who?
Josh Palmer.
No, he's wide receiver 1.
No, he ain't.
He's got the best connection with Herbert. Stop.
It's the rookie.
Why are you taking Aaron Rodgers? Just because of that throw on TikTok?
my backup, I need a backup quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is great, and in case he absolutely balls, in which he will, I have his wide receiver 1. Come on, keep up.
Oh yeah, you took your boy Jameson Williams there.
Now the running backs are just awful.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
you're just
there's.
waiting for.
Oh come on! I was actually gonna take Taysom Hill.
Cleveland still has Jahan Dotson on Washington.
No, they haven't updated that shit.
Oh, wait for...
Oh, brother.
Yeah, at this point, this is just like...
This is just pick 'em, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, we could stop right here.
I'll take our boy. Oh, I did say Philly on there.
Man, this is just...
The only run, like, you should take Kamani Vidal. I mean, if you've got Gus Edwards.
Hey, yeah. What are we doing?
Just saying, like, you're saying there's aren't good running backs. It's rookies now. It's Vidal, it's Ray Davis, it's Braylon Allen.
Yeah, when I'm next.
It's Tyrone Tracy, Bucky Irving. And he goes the 34-year-old bum!
Option number 3.
How's Thielen option number 3?
I think he'll be 2 to start the year, but he's...
Deontay Johnson does not score touchdowns. That's Adam Thielen's job.
Deontay Johnson is the number 1. Their offensive coordinator literally said our offense runs through him.
So who's taking...
Yeah, until they get to the red zone, and then they go to Thielen.
Yeah, I mean, this team's winning it all.
I think my last mock, I forgot to take a quarterback.
I think you're right.
Jeez, all the defenses are gone.
Yeah, they actually kind of went early in this mock. They went in the...
They'll go, bro, I'm pretty sure...
I think I took the first defense last year, and it was like the
you did.
14th round.
No, it was earlier than that.
What? That was
No, the first one... Yeah, the 12th, Joe! You took the 49ers at the 12-3.
Oh,
Then the Eagles went next, the Cowboys... Yeah, no.
I started it.
Oh, wow. Everybody selected a defense before the last round, before the 16th round in our mock.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. I'm not going to have a backup quarterback. I'll stream one if I need to.
Hell, I got the Kyler and Marvin Harrison stack.
Yeah, that's a great stack. That's a great stack.
Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, read it and weep.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. I'm definitely fine with this team.
Jordan loves Saquon.
Episode 3 of the Stay Humble podcast. I am Josh, your host. Welcome, gentlemen.
Glad to be back.
It's already lagging.
No, we're good. We're solid.
Fine. All right. Question for you, fellas.
Hit us.
Week 1. Who are you most excited to watch? Who on your team are you most looking forward to watching?
Probably Josh Allen.
Really?
Just I haven't had like that stud quarterback in a couple years, so hopefully I see him put up
30 points on week
and
1.
he plays Arizona week 1, which is one of the worst defenses in the NFL. So feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Would like see a nice 25+ game. That'd be pretty dope.
Throwing to though.
Yeah.
Everybody, it don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Probably Dalton Kincaid.
Josh?
Didn't he have 15 rushing touchdowns last year or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You think that
he'll probably
you think that number drops or goes up at all?
It could a little, but it'll still be double digits.
I think It should go up.
It could go up.
Now
Who
he has
knows?
no weapons.
I could see him trying to do too much. In like week 8, he's like worn out or something.
He's limping.
Nah, I got challenge a dog. He doesn't get worn out. That doesn't happen.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna say I might go with also a quarterback. My quarterback, Kyler Murray. They played Buffalo. That could be a high-scoring shootout.
That could be.
Guys aren't ready for NFL football right now. No one's practiced. I feel like you're always going to get shootouts week 1. He's got a new toy. He's got a new toy to play with.
Yeah, Maserati Mark.
I'm excited to watch Kyler.
Fair.
Well, what about you, Joe?
As much as I want to say this new Ravens duo I got going on, I got to say Garrett Wilson. Drafted him almost in the same exact position I was in last year. Took Garrett Wilson in the first, second round. Took Aaron Rodgers late. And we all know how that panned out. Took a risk. It's a risk with him this year, but Garrett Wilson with a healthy quarterback like Aaron Rodgers he could finish top 3 wide receiver this year. He could be number 1.
Could be the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think Garrett Wilson could be number 1?
Yes, easily. He was offensive rookie of the year. He's had over like 1,000 yards every year with dog shit quarterbacks. Now he has someone like Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball. Like he's number 1, easy.
It's in the range of outcomes for sure. Absolutely.
As long as they both stay healthy, they don't sign Devontae Adams or some crazy shit.
Yeah, him and Brees could both be RB1 and wide receiver 1 for sure.
What about Mike Williams?
No, he'll probably get hurt by week 2.
Yeah.
He's ahead of schedule. He could be a nice red zone threat.
He will. He'll probably will be, but Garrett Wilson could still just. I don't think it matters who the wide receiver 2 is. Garrett Wilson's just a dog. So I'm with Joe there.
All right, I got a question for you guys.
No.
Who's one player on your team that you drafted that you're not really excited about? You're
upset that we drafted.
You're just not looking forward to even starting them, or who's a player that you guys have?
Actually, I got one, dude. Rashid Shaheed. I took him because he's. It's not that bad of a pick, but
Bomb.
I don't remember when I took him. It was definitely late, but
you took him
12th round. Yeah, like that. He has like a Gabe Davis kind of vibe back in Buffalo. Like he's either going to put up 20 points or he's going to put up a goose egg. Maybe I get lucky and I start him in the flex that 1 week, but that's pretty much about all I would get out of him.
Yeah, he did have last year. He had 19 week 1. He had 18 week 6, 24 week 8.
Yeah, like
18 week 16 and 18 week 16, 15 week 18.
Like 5 catches, 120 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's a big boomer bust guy.
Yeah. So it's not a terrible pick, but I'm looking at my bench and I'm just like, what the hell?
Dude, a lot of these benches are kind of sketchy this year.
I mean, how it is.
I mean,
it's tough to have a good bench.
There's no one that. There's only one person. It would be Michael Pittman for me. Not that. So I'm not going to say I'm on the level of Joe, but in terms of when I look at my starting lineup, I guess just like I drafted Pittman, I'd say at his floor. I took him at the end of the 5th, which is way behind ADP. I don't know. I wasn't planning on drafting him. So it wasn't. I just don't see him like compared to a guy like Rashi or DK, like those guys. I could see them like crushing their ADP and really exceeding it. I don't know how much I see that with Pittman. Not saying that he'll be bad this year, but wasn't in my game plan. I'm still happy with it, but that'd be one guy that.
Pittman's definitely like a safe. He's a safe
I think he's
play.
Safe. I think he's safe.
I don't think he has a high ceiling.
No, I mean, we'll see how AR does, but I think it'll be a fine play.
Josh has been scaring me with all this stuff he's been talking about AR, sending me stuff on Instagram.
He's had a terrible training camp. He's struggling to read defenses, struggling with accuracy.
Yeah, I mean for. I mean, he was not good in college with it, like straight up, but they didn't take him.
He still has the fantasy upside.
For himself, he's got the fantasy upside. His rushing, we'll see if that can translate to Pittman. I will say Pittman is the obvious wide receiver 1 there.
Yeah.
And has rapport with him from last year a little bit, so touchdowns might not be there. Hopefully targets will be there.
Yeah. I think mine's pretty obvious. It's definitely Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
I was a little questionable when I saw you make that pick, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I drafted him way late. Yeah, the 9th round.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a monster stretch of games last year when Jefferson was out. And when Jefferson came back, he had 8 points, 5 points, 6 points, 3 points. Then he had 26 points in week 15, and then he was back to 0.7, which I'm guessing he got hurt.
Yeah.
4 points and 13 points. And now he's got Sam Darnold.
And isn't he dealing with an injury?
Yeah, he has some sort of.
Yeah,
he was carted off the field one practice.
Well, he's got an ankle injury. They say he's going to be fine, but I don't know.
They're not going to rush anything. They're not making the offs. They got Sam Darnold. They're going to let him take his time.
No, I mean I don't trust Addison that much.
Yeah.
If you could go back, you're at that pick again. Here are the receivers that went after you took Addison. Jameson Williams.
Dog.
Who Joey got.
I wouldn't take him.
Hollywood Brown, Khalil Shakir, Tyler Lockett, Keon Coleman, Josh Palmer, Jerry Jeudy, Curtis Samuel. Those were the next.
You got also
next range of guys.
I probably would have took Josh Palmer. I should have taken Josh Palmer instead.
Yeah, I would take Palmer, Keon, and Shakir probably over Addison.
Yeah.
I'd take Jameson Williams too.
Like Jerome Ford and J.K. Dobbins went.
Yeah, I would have.
You taken them?
Honestly, I probably would have taken a running back, but
Jerome Ford, he's going to be the guy 4 weeks.
Yes, he is.
At least.
Yeah, you took Addison and Algier on that 9-10 turn there. So, I mean, but again, it's your ninth round pick there. It's not too bad.
Yeah. You live and learn.
Live and learn.
We'll get traded. He'll be in a trade package.
Win. Chalk up this year, Josh. Go ahead. Try again next year.
Yeah, the season just started.
Yeah, years down the
drain. My starting offense, my starting team is solid.
Yeah.
Although I'm
for like an 8-8 team maybe.
There's a small part of me that doesn't like Amari Cooper, but
I'm hesitant. I see why. Deshaun Watson, it's really just Deshaun Watson.
That's pretty much the reason. Is Deshaun Watson was dealing with arm soreness and his shoulder that he had surgery on.
Exactly what you want to hear.
But I kind of feel like Cooper's a bit of that, like immune to. Obviously, you need a quarterback that can throw the football.
Yeah.
But it seems like Amari Cooper, even when.
Ball.
Yeah, Amari Cooper's kind of quarterback proof in a sense. Obviously, the ceiling's going to be capped at some point, but he's going to get targets. He's going to be open. He's just a good, consistent wide receiver. So,
I mean, he was 18th last year. He averaged
top 20. That's great.
12. Let's just say 13 fantasy points in half PPR.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
He had one game, the last game of the year, where he had 46 points. I'm pretty sure without that game, he would have averaged like 10 or 9 fantasy points a game.
46? I kind of forgot about
50. Oh, yeah, PPR, sorry. That was PPR, but versus Houston. He had 11 catches, 265 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
That's disgusting.
Wow, that actually is, because he only had 5 touchdowns on the year, so he had 2 of them in one game.
Well, only 5
but
touchdowns on the year.
I'm looking at these targets 7, 10, 8, 6, 8, 8, 11, 5, 9, 8, 14, 8, 15. So, yeah, he's a target hog for sure.
But I think the weeks 1 through 10, I think minus maybe 2 or 3 games was Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
The second half was Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
So, I mean,
Flacco
regardless
ball.
of quarterback, he's still getting a ton of targets. And
Yeah.
it seems like Watson's, for the most part, healthier this year. We'll see.
We'll see. We want to get into the draft here?
Yeah. Hey, Joe, why don't you start us off?
With the future number 1 team. Championship team.
Discuss your
Yeah, go through your team.
number
Give
7 team.
Give some notes
Should
on
I go
your...
in order, or should I just read it from the lineup, from like what we got?
Yeah, I go in order of where you took them first round through, just to let people know.
All right.
You had the 11th pick, by the way.
11th pick in this year's 2024 fantasy football draft. We had to take Garrett Wilson. 1.11 took my guy Garrett Wilson. It was between him and Gibbs. Gibbs was on the board, but I had to ride. I knew, I took him last year. I know he can be the number 1, so I had to take the risk on him again. Was hoping a little bit that Gibbs would come back to me on the turn, but he didn't.
No way.
And then I took Derrick Henry at the 2.2. You'll later find out why. Some say a reach. I will say he's the number 2 back. 3.11, we took Devontae Adams. Oh, I think the value there was crazy.
The value there is crazy. I think that's...
You were hesitant on
It was
that
between... Yeah, I was a little... It was between...
Yeah, who's it
him
between?
and maybe DJ Moore. I kind of forget.
Yeah. But like Adams...
But DJ Moore on like that new... Like, I like the Bears offense a lot, but there's a lot of mouths to feed on that offense.
Yeah,
So
that's fair. No, Adams,
Devontae Adams.
that's like his floor there. I think you took him as like the 18th or 19th receiver. And
Yeah, I mean, over DK, Cup, Evans, Waddle, Drake, London. All right. And number 4.2, we took Lamar. Lamar and Derrick Henry running back duo for Baltimore.
Mhm.
I think that's just like going to be one of the best duos this year. Like, screw quarterback, wide receiver. We've never had something like Derrick Henry and Lamar on the same team. Any passing plays, touchdown, guess what? I get the points. Any single run, as long as it's Lamar and Derrick Henry, which 9 times out of 10 it should be, I'm getting points. Any run play, I was either going to Lamar or Henry, I'm getting points. Any passing play, I'm getting points. That Ravens offense is going to score me so many fantasy points this year. Then we took Monty in the 5th. I love Monty. That's also... I was a little hesitant to take Gibbs because in these mock drafts, I knew I was taking Monty a lot, just based on where he's fallen, and I really like Monty. So that's also another reason. I didn't want to take both of them.
It's fair.
All right, and then what we got? 6.2 took my boy Kyle Pitts.
Finally breaking out, huh?
I've never bought into him except for this year. I think this is finally the year. 7-11, we took Xavier Worthy. He could be the next Tyreek Hill on that team. He
I
has
think
the
it's
speed.
I like the pick.
Like he could easily at least a touchdown a game with that deep ball. All right, 8-2, we got Keenan Allen. You guys are hating on Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen, he's like, I've doubted him before in the past, and he's just one of the guys you just never doubt. He'll always be consistent.
He's a safe pick.
Yeah, he's a safe pick. He's a consistent pick.
As long as he doesn't get injured because of his age and
misses practice with foot issue.
huh?
Keenan Allen misses practice with foot issue.
Is that today?
That is an hour ago.
That's breaking news.
It was a minor discomfort related to a cleat issue.
Ooh.
I mean, he's
isn't figured to be an issue for week 1.
He is 32 this year. 32.
We're fine.
32.
He just didn't like the cleat, a little tight on his toes.
Missed the last 4 games of the season last year.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll be fine.
All right. I mean, he is your 4th receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's solid.
That's what I mean. Like, he finished, 6th last year?
It's okay.
Great.
His targets were insane. He was the only person on the Chargers offense.
Still. Even when Mike Williams was there, he was like Mike Williams and what was the tight end that they had for a while? Jared Everett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was doing well that one year too, and he still was getting all the targets.
He's with Chicago now.
Damn, Chicago's crowded. All right, and then Trey Benson, James Conner always gets hurt. I'm sure I'll be starting Trey, and he's been improving rapidly in the preseason. He's been popping off.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little backup pick. You know how the late rounds get. Jameson Williams. You guys are hating on him too. He was a good pick
then, not now.
He's still a good pick.
I don't hate it, but compared to Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Josh Palmer,
Is that how I took him over?
Yeah, those guys went later. I just think those guys have a higher ceiling, but I don't hate Williams.
You'll see.
I hate it less, but
Chuba Hubbard at next. He'll give me some points. I can start him for at least the first 4 weeks. Maybe even couple if they Jonathan Brooks come back. Maybe they'll start him off slow.
Mm-hmm.
Rashid Shaheed, we discussed that. See, I could have had Brock Bowers. I could have taken that risk on the tight end. Gabe Davis, boomer bust, like Darnell Mooney. Could have taken that from Ryan.
Yeah, I think I would have had Mooney there, but
then we took A-Rod. Got to match him up with Garrett Wilson. Eagles D. Go Birds. Josh Downs. That could be a sleeper pick. He's coming off an injury. He's young, and he could fit into that offense nice. And then had to take our boy Ben Sinnott with the last pick.
So, grade yourself.
All right. I'll keep it honest. I won't be biased a lot. I know my running backs are thin. They're very thin, actually. If I have an injury, I'm pretty much screwed. Unless like James Conner goes down and Trey Benson has to step up.
You said
you got Chuba.
You said Connor's injury prone. I think Montgomery's injury prone too.
Yeah, which is also a little scary because he's my RB2. I have 4 running backs total on the roster and like 7 wide receivers. Yeah. I've been trying to make some little trades. I don't need to make a blockbuster trade. Just trying to get some more running back depth.
Checo.
Nothing blockbuster like. I mean, the starting lineup though, like Lamar, Derrick Henry, Devontae Adams, Pitts. I'll have to say at least a B plus. If I'm being generous.
Which one? You pick one.
We'll say B.
I think I would. Looking at your team, I would probably also give it a B.
The running that's pretty much the biggest hole is the running backs. Derrick Henry and Monty are both pretty injury prone.
Yeah, I think your depth is scary.
Wide receivers, I'm fine. I really like my wide receiver depth.
Yeah, your running back depth is definitely scary.
Yeah, that just brings me down a lot. I like my tight ends. Actually, my team's. If you're not looking at the running backs, it's like an A plus.
Oh, I don't know.
Take the running backs. Take the running back. If we do a no running back league, this team's winning.
What would you grade his squad, Josh?
I'll say a C plus.
All right, let me hear it.
I mean, I think you got a lot of potential with obviously Lamar, Henry, Garrett Wilson, Kyle Pitts. I think Devontae Adams will be pretty consistent. They can probably carry you a lot. I think I don't think Worthy. I don't know.
You're not sold on him?
That wide receiver room is pretty stacked now. Rice is the number 1 receiver.
Yes, sir.
Hollywood Brown's going to be coming back.
Yeah, but I got 4 to 6 weeks of him building a connection with Mahomes before Hollywood Brown even comes back into the picture.
No, Hollywood's not going to be out 4 to 6 weeks during the season.
No.
Oh yeah, I guess it was started.
But I'm pretty sure he's not going to be week 1.
Definitely not.
I think Worthy will give you like some boomer bust games probably.
Yeah. I see this scared.
Your depth scares me, but there's potential. You've got potential for a B plus.
All right, Where do you think what's your end of the year? What end of the year place am I?
Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, you think you'll be number one, right?
I'll be number one. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'd just say all three of us are. Hell, it's hard to say because our teams are going to be so much different. I mean, your squad right now, like if I don't think it would make playoffs because your depth at running back is so thin that you might be scrambling at some point. But that's without trades or anything. That's without trades or anything. So that's a tough one.
No injuries.
No
Yeah, I mean, no injuries. I mean, sure.
Look, I got the injury bug last year. I can't get it twice in a row.
Oh, just you wait.
That could be your curse, though.
Just you wait until 30-year-old Derrick Henry and 30-year-old Devontae Adams and 32-year-old
I
Keenan
got a lot of old
Allen.
bulls on the team.
You got some old guys.
I need some young whippersnappers.
The age of your team is up there.
It's up
My
there.
average age is like 32.
Yeah, you got. I think you probably have one of the oldest squads. I probably got one of the youngest squads.
I didn't even think about that.
I think there's a way on Sleeper to look at that up.
There is. If you go to your team, you can look at the average age.
Yeah, my bench is gonna severely take my team age down very, very far.
How do you do that?
I think if you go to team, you hit that little you hit that little icon in the top right.
What are you talking about?
Like if you're on your phone, are you on your computer?
Desktop.
Oh, I don't know how to do it on the desktop.
My roster average is 25.7.
All right, mine
is 24.8. I think that's the lowest in the league.
Joe, you're 26.3.
Yeah, the league average is 25.7.
Wait, oh, that's my quarterback. My quarterback is 33. No, that's actually not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, like my running backs are 24, my wide receivers are 24.4.
26. Oh, that's pretty. I didn't know. That's actually really cool.
Joe, do you think Adams could get traded?
I don't know. Cause, I mean, he has to want to. Like he literally came there to play with Derek Carr, and then they just sent him away.
Well, who's the piece?
That's just messed up, dude.
Yeah.
Like the coaching staff over there, the owners, that is just messed up. Like you knew why he came over there. Like that was your plan? That's just messed up.
Where would he go? You talk like to New York pair up with Rodgers again?
I mean, that's all the rumors.
Yeah, I think if he goes anywhere, he's gonna go back with Rodgers.
Now, Joe, let's say I don't know.
I have two Jets wide receivers.
I was gonna say now, again, you can have two receivers if Aaron Rodgers is balling, he could definitely support both.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
that would be crazy. Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams. It would definitely take Wilson's ceiling down a little bit, but
yeah,
it would help Adams a ton. So
we'll
that would be interesting. That'd be
cool. Yeah, no, I hope it doesn't happen because I think him and Gardner Minshew can make Devontae Adams a top 10 wide receiver this year.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes.
No,
yes.
Okay, wait. I don't know why I said. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Can no take backsies.
No. it's the
11. All right.
It's the touchdowns that are going to be hard for him. Like the targets and receptions are going to be there. It's the touchdowns. That offense is not going to be great.
Yeah, this isn't like Minshew on the Colts. Like the Raiders had a terrible O-line, not good coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Like Shane Steichen made Minshew.
Now they got Brock Bowers too. There was no target competition last year for Devontae Adams at all. All. Jacoby Myers was it. So Adams, but where you drafted Adams, that's his floor. I think. I mean, it's only up from there.
Pretty
good. Decent.
All right, Aaron, you want to go?
All right, I had the 10th pick right before Joe. Pick 1, A.J. Brown. If it was between Wilson and Gibbs when we were doing mock drafts, if A.J. Brown fell, I was taking A.J. Brown. He fell to me, so I had to take him up. I can't wait for the Eagles' offense. Kellen Moore is going to make A.J. Brown even more of a dog. Then round 2.3, I took Kyren Williams on my team for a very short period of time because then I traded him for Etienne, Travis Etienne. The news of Williams going to punt returner, we'll see at the end of the season if I overreacted or not. I had Etienne very close with Williams there, At the end of the day, I went with Williams. He's a bit more efficient, and their O-line is better for the Rams. But that news, that scared me, taking your top running back, making him your punt returner, while also drafting a running back in the 3rd round, knowing that you want to, raises red flags, knowing that you want to limit Kyron a little bit. You know, you look at his size, he's 5'9", 200. He's definitely a bit of a smaller guy. Durability has been a concern for him, so, you know, we'll see if that bites me in the butt. So, technically I got A.J. Brown, then Etienne.
You're missing out on points.
Maybe I am. Look, maybe
like
Kyron is
back there.
Who knows? He could finish his RB1, and I screwed myself.
And
but
PR1.
I just wasn't very comfortable with that, so I got Etienne.
Etienne's a good pick. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, Etienne's one of the best pass catching running backs in the NFL.
He went right after you, so it's like.
Yeah, it was kind of like I swapped. Ryan wanted Kyron really bad, so it worked out. So I'm very interested to see where those two will finish at the end of the season. Round 3, I got DK, probably one of my favorite picks. I'm so happy I got DK to fall to me. I just think he's going to absolutely ball this year. Devontae Adams went after me, DJ Moore, Malik Neighbors, wasn't interested in them. Cooper Kupp went right before me, so I was debating, you know, if Cooper Kupp fell, who I would take out of those two, especially because you guys love Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, would you have taken Coop over Devontae?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And you would have taken Coop over DJ Moore, Josh?
Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat.
All right, Josh, if Kupp fell to me, I took Kupp, would you have taken Devontae Adams?
Yeah, Adams over Moore. Or DK. Let's say I don't take DK.
I would have taken...
You got DK, Adams, DJ Moore. Yeah.
I would have taken DK in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's fair.
So all right. If I took Kamara at the 311, would you have even taken Adams?
I probably wouldn't have. I probably still would have taken Moore over Adams.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
You could have had Adams then on the turn.
Because I wanted Lamar. I wanted to pair up that duo.
Then with my 4th pick, the 4.3, I took Josh Allen. Was not expecting to do this at all. Never did it in a mock. He fell to me there. I mean, he's the 3rd quarterback off the board. That's the receivers that went right after. I just wasn't in love with. I could have started the tight ends, and I think that even Laporta there or Kelsey would have been fine value at that 4 spot. But lock in. Tight ends went as late as they could. I was very surprised, but locked in that, you know, top 3 fantasy quarterback. Very excited for Josh Allen. At the 5-10, it took Michael Pittman. Like we were talking about earlier, don't think his upside's crazy high, but I think he's a relatively good floor play, which I'm excited about. I think that Colts offense, regardless of how good AR is going to move down the field. There's going to be red zone opportunities. He's going to be involved in that offense. Rush.
Coop, though.
No, take Pittman all day over Coop.
Over Coop?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Pittman over Coop. Mostly that comes down to the age. You know, Pittman's a 26 ascending receiver. Cooper's a 30-year-old receiver. And I just think the offense is just going to be better around the Colts. So,
would you have taken Pittman or Terry McLaurin?
Yeah, that's a tough one. He went right before me. That is a tough one. I still think I would take Pittman. The rookie QB of Daniels, I don't know. Think limits. That's a tough one. I'm glad that decision actually didn't come to me. I'd say, thinking about it now, Pittman, but, you know.
In the moment,
I'd go Pittman, but it'd be tough. At the 6-3, I took Rashee Rice. Don't think not getting suspended. He's a wide receiver 1 in Kansas City. Yeah. He's going to be an absolute target hog. He's going to get so many targets. I think that offense is going to explode. Touchdowns are going to fall because they're going to be in the red zone so often.
Dude, I mean, the last year from week 12 to 17, his lowest points in a game was 8 points.
Yeah.
He went off.
Yeah, in that game he had 12 targets.
Yeah, look at the targets: 10, 9, 10, 9, 12, and 6.
Yeah, he's 24, his second-year receiver. Breakout is due. I think. I'm so excited, and again, I'm 99.9% sure he's not getting suspended this year. So.
No.
Gotta hope on
Actually,
that.
6 minutes ago, there was an update on him.
Uh-oh.
Rice is not expected to begin the regular season on the commissioner exempt list, and the NFL will instead make a decision on his status after the legal process has concluded.
There we go.
It's going to be next year.
Yeah, he might
just-
be suspended the whole year next year, but I don't, doesn't matter to me now. He's going to ball this year. Then I took Evan Ingram at the 7-10. Usually this is where I would take Jake Ferguson. He went way, way earlier in the draft. And Ingram was that last guy for me on the tiers of tight ends. Super happy with, actually, the more that I see him on my team, the happier I get. He was tight end 6 last year, I believe, or tight end 2, sorry. 143 targets as a tight end, just crazy. Insane. Target hog.
That'll go down.
And that's
what?
Ridley
That'll
and
go
Kirk.
down, though.
Even if you think Brian Thomas is going to be the guy there,
Unguardable, apparently.
Who, Brian Thomas?
Yeah. Apparently he's unguardable.
Yeah, but I don't. It might eat into his targets a little bit, but even if they come down a bit, I still think Ingram.
Does that mean he's really good, or the
solid
Jags
play.
defense is just that bad?
It's really bad.
No, that was against the Bucks defense.
That was like
the joint practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I took him as the 9th tight end. I can't see him finishing worse than 9th, so
No.
I feel that's great. Then I took Jaylen Warren with my 8-3. I'm okay with this. I was very bullish on Warren before the draft. As my RB2, you could definitely cast some doubt as to how good he'll be. In that Arthur Smith offense, they're going to run the crap out of the football, and Jaylen Warren is the better running back compared to Najee. So I just think that his talent is going to help ascend him. Definitely worried about the hamstring a little bit for sure, but I'm bullish on him, especially with this receiving upside. Then at the 9-10, I took Rico Dowdle. Not concerned about Dalvin Cook at all.
You gotta be a little bit.
I guess there's
if you say you're not.
Sure. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 2.
No. He's gonna come in there. I picked him up in another league.
Yeah, I know. Why didn't you pick him up in this league?
I don't know how
You were so bullish on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not that important. He's not going to do anything.
No. Probably not.
He's pretty much just a body, honestly.
Exactly. If you're looking at Zeke and Cook, they're both Cook's a few weeks younger than Zeke, I saw. They're both old, aging running backs, are inefficient. Not saying that Dowdle's going to be great. He hasn't really done a ton in his career, but he's a younger guy with fresh legs in a running back room that just honestly is going to be a question mark. So he's got a chance to take that over in a really high-powered offense. Then it took Jerome Ford at the 10-3. That pick is turning to be better and better as the days go on. They released Deontay Foreman. So as of right now, there's only 2 running backs. They'll probably add a third, but it's Jerome Ford's backfield until Chubb comes back, and we don't know what Chubb's going to look like when he comes back. His knee was destroyed.
Yeah.
So for the first 4 to 6 weeks, Ford's going to be a really good play for me. So I'm okay with that. Looking back on the draft, I really wish Tajay Spear fell 3 more picks. I would have taken him over Rico Dowdle. That was my guy. I really wanted him, but fine with those 2 guys. At the 11-10, I took Dontavian Wicks. Not a great, not a plug-and-play guy for sure, but if a Packers wide receiver goes down, Wicks could shoot up those boards. He was so efficient last year. He was really, really good. So he's definitely a breakout candidate if a couple things, sort of fall my way. Then I took Jalen Wright at the 12-3. He's just a Devon A-Chain, Raheem Mostert injury. Jalen Wright, I think, goes instant value there in that offense. He's pretty much a Devon A-Chain 2.0.
And they drafted him kind of high, didn't they?
I want to say in the 3rd or the 4th.
Yeah, it wasn't like
which
a
one?
deep pick. Jalen Wright.
Jalen Wright.
That Dolphins rookie running back. They really liked him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's
a speed guy.
He's a speed guy. Like A-Chain. A-Chain got hurt last year. If he gets hurt, Jalen Wright goes straight into the offense.
Or you create a Madden.
Yeah, they
Madden
just
fantasy team,
speed, and speed.
He's drafting all the fastest players.
So again, he's not. I can't plug him in unless there's an injury, but he's a guy that if somebody does get injured could be a lot of fantasy value. Then in the 13th, another rookie, Kamani Vidal. Gus Edwards might be the starter there, or I should say will be. Behind that, J.K. Dobbins is like, does he even have two working legs? This guy's been so injured like crazy. You're going to say if he stays healthy. You're right.
He's running back one as long as he stays healthy.
Absolutely. He's explosive.
Every year he comes back after an injury and he's like still just as explosive, and then he gets hurt again.
And then he gets hurt. And so like, and both of his, I'm pretty sure both of his legs, he's torn his ACL or some major thing in both.
He tore his Achilles last year.
Yeah, so and he's still rehabbing from that. They really liked. I mean, they sat Vidal out the last preseason game as a rookie. I mean, that says a lot about how they feel about him. He's again probably an injury guy. If somebody goes down, he's a plug-in play. But there's upside. I went with another. Oh, good.
I have his injury history.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start. Do you want to hear his college? He has 2 college injuries and then NFL.
Yeah,
start college.
Yeah.
All right. So it started in 2016. It was a left fibula fracture.
Oh.
Okay. And then 2019, 3 years later, a pedal ankle high sprain grade 3. So an ankle sprain.
Okay.
All right. Now we're in the NFL, 2021.
Yep.
Tears his ACL.
Bam. Does it say which leg?
So, all right. All of these injuries have been to his right leg.
Oh, okay. So he's got one awful leg and one healthy leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then. Oh wait. Okay. It was a torn ACL and MCL and LCL. And a hamstring tear.
All that same year?
That was all that one injury. I did not know that.
Wow. Okay,
I did not know that one play.
Half of his leg is just gone.
And that's all in one leg.
All the one leg. I think they like missed the hamstring injury because it says Dobbins mentioned the hamstring tear in an interview. It's one of the several injuries that costed him time. And then tore his Achilles in week 1 last year.
And they're all like, I swear, they're all like within like the first like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, last year was week 1. The other one was when he destroyed his leg. Then the hamstring, that was October of 2020 or what? This doesn't make any
maybe
sense.
like week 4, 5.
Was first half of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
so
I did not know it was all his right leg. His right leg doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, so Vidal could slide into the RB2 role early in a very run-heavy offense, which is going to be a solid offense. So
Didn't
I like
they
that.
also get the same coordinator from the Ravens?
Todd Monken. Yeah. So he might favor the Ravens RBs a little bit, but they're going to be running the ball. They drafted an offensive tackle with their 6th over Joe Alt. They're going to run the football. So if Vidal can secure that 2 role or an injury goes down and he's a plug-and-play guy, love him.
And then McConkey's going to ball over the top.
Yeah, sure, if you want to say that.
He's a slot.
Balling
over the top.
Jermaine Burton, I took at the 14-3. I went 4 straight rookies here. Think he's going to be the wide receiver 3 there. Higgins or Jamar goes down, immediate plug-and-play guy. I love the upside there. Very, very excited about that pick. Then I took Malachi Corey with the 15th. Ended up dropping him. Picked up Jalen McMillan, another rookie wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who could start as the outside receiver when Chris Godwin is in the slot. So could see a ton of targets there. Really like that. And then I took the Saints D at 16-3. I was just looking at the Week 1 matchup. They play Carolina. Even if Carolina you think is going to be better, Saints have a pretty solid defense, so excited about that. Didn't take any backup quarterback. Didn't take a backup tight end. Can find them on the waivers plenty. I have no problem doing that. I stacked my bench with running backs and receivers. See if some guys pop or not. So I was all right with that. I would give myself a B+. I was very happy with my draft. I think I have the best 4 starting receivers out of anybody, and you could argue the best quarterback. I mean, you could put him right up there. Thinking Evan Ingram's great. Bench definitely, besides like Jerome Ford, bench is hopefully something I can shoot a little bit down the line, because obviously with all these rookies, very beginning.
You're running back, you have good depth, but the like, I don't know, like the fall off of your RBs is kind of crazy.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I drafted a bunch.
Yeah.
Hopefully that
Like
somebody
you
hits.
just, you really got to bank on. I mean, you got Jerome Ford, which is actually amazing for you. Considering
That's why I drafted him.
everything.
Especially if Jalen Warren, if that hammy's lingering in the beginning of the season, Jerome Ford's a plug
you
and
have
play.
two.
I've got no
you
problem.
have two RB1s now.
Yeah, so
And then
I
you
feel
just
great
gotta
about
hope one of
that.
These guys can pick it up.
I will like my wide receiver 5. It's Wicks or Jermaine Burton. Definitely not great to plug and play, but if Pittman gets hurt, if Rice gets hurt, if Metcalf gets hurt, I can throw in Jerome Ford. I can throw in Jalen Warren. Whoever's not going to be starting my running back, I can throw them in my flex. I'm very happy with that. So I give myself a B+. I'm very happy with my starting lineup. So yeah, throw it at me. What do we got?
I'd probably give you an A-.
Wow, I appreciate
Give me a
that.
C+. Yeah.
Wow.
We
What,
said no
I mean,
biased.
yeah. What? I mean, what do you like?
I mean, DK Metcalf, Evan Ingram, definitely Josh Allen. I mean, I think your starting lineup is pretty solid. I think DK is going to have a massive year with that new offensive coordinator. They're going to be throwing a ton.
I can't wait.
Lockett is a lot older. I think Gino's going to have a good year. I mean,
Yeah, he's gonna
Evan
bounce
Ingram's going to, he finished second last year. I can't see him having that big of a fall off. A.J. Brown's going to be a monster. Pittman will be solid. I think Rice will be solid. I think your bench has a lot of upside. So
It's upside, but no floor. I mean, the floor could be in a basement. You know what I mean?
I feel like Rico could be a solid flex. I mean, he's probably going to start RB1, just like when they had Pollard and Zeke. Zeke just came in here and there just to give Pollard a break. It's probably going to be much of the same.
I hope. I really do hope.
So I feel like him and Ford could be. I mean, Chubb's on the PUP list for 4 weeks, but that knee injury was pretty nasty. I can't see him being like them giving him a workload till week 10 or so.
Yeah.
So Ford's going to be solid for most.
I think his recovery is coming better along than expected though too. So it is it's a speedier recovery than they had hoped for.
Not surprised with Nick Chubb. That guy's an absolute monster.
Yeah, I mean he destroyed that same knee and.
Yeah, but there's no way they're not going to throw him into the first game and give him 20 touches off the rip.
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
It's definitely got to be something slow. Ford's got that value for a little bit.
That's what you.
Kyron for ETN. I mean, it doesn't even seem like it's that much of a drop off. I mean, they might, if everything goes well with Williams. I mean, they could finish very close to each other.
They could be 7, 8.
Yeah,
they didn't
could
really lose
8, 9.
much.
Yeah.
No, you got a solid team.
Well, I appreciate that. What do you think, Joe?
I think your B+ is accurate. I think you're just not quite at that A, just because I know I can't speak for a lot of my RBs, but you have the depth, like I said, but just that the fall off rate, I think kind of hurts a little bit. That's just what's not pushing you over to that A.
That's fair compared to
Not a boom though.
Yeah, compared to you two guys, for sure, my RB2 is definitely at a worse spot.
That's what I mean.
Especially Josh, and then Monty, I would say is better than Warren off the rip. So I think that's definitely my weakness is my RB2. So that's.
But
that's
I mean,
fair.
it's RBs are just this is a tough year for RBs.
They were hot. They were tough this year.
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy.
I mean, besides Ryan, there's a lot of teams with questionable RB2s.
Oh, we'll get into that.
Yeah, there is.
And bench too.
Yeah, a lot of weak benches this year.
All right, Josh, what do you got here?
I had the 12th pick, so I definitely would have taken. If Garrett Wilson had fallen at 12, I probably would have taken Garrett Wilson, but I took Jonathan Taylor at 12. I mean, he's going to be a lot healthier this year. He's young. 2 years ago, he was the number 1 fantasy running back or close to it. I think he can get back to that. The 2-1, I took Gibbs. I think Gibbs finished 10th last year. I'm not worried about the hamstring.
Great.
Towards the end of last year, Gibbs was starting to get a lot of the goal line carries. I mean, he's electric. Lions offense is going to be scoring a lot of points. And 14 I think 14 of the 17 games for the Lions are in the dome.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be electric this year.
Yeah, did see that.
In the third, I took Kamara. I definitely wanted to kind of go 3 running backs, just the way the second round was falling. I knew if I didn't take a running back there, and there really wasn't much left. I mean, it was Kamara, Connor, or Raheem Mostert. Kamara's, I think, is the safer pick. He's got no competition in the backfield. And when he came back last year, I think week 4 on, he finished second in points per game.
Yeah.
So
he was a stud.
He's just a monster still.
Yeah, he is.
The 4-1, I took DJ Moore. I'm not too worried about the competition there. I think Moore is still the wide receiver 1. They paid him. They got confidence in him.
Yeah.
I think he'll still have a safe floor. My 5, I took Amari Cooper. Not.
Yeah, you don't sound too thrilled. Sounds like you wanted McLaurin to fall to you there.
I wanted McLaurin so bad.
Yeah.
And I was so mad when he left. Amari Cooper was like a borderline a panic pick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess if you look in the next round, yeah, like even I really
these guys here. Who did you want?
Like I wanted T. Higgins really bad. Him and Terry went before me. I mean, the receivers going after that, none of them really. I mean, maybe Chris Godwin or Rashee Rice, but out of those, I mean, if you look at it, out of those receivers, I'm probably fine with Cooper, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
6-1, I took Kyler Murray. I knew.
Smash that pick.
Just like Aaron, I definitely wanted a rushing quarterback. Quarterbacks were starting to fall. So, really happy with Kyler Murray. And the tight ends were falling off the board. That 5th round, they just went like crazy. I ended up getting Dalton Schultz. I think he's a solid pick. It's going to be questionable with his targets, but it seemed like last year that C.J. Stroud looked for him a lot in the
fair amount of targets.
Yeah, and I'll look for him less this year.
In the red zone, we'll see. We'll see how well Diggs works out. But he was kind of the last tight end that I had on my board. And then tight ends didn't fall. I mean, there's some late rounders starting in the 11th, but on the 12th, I took the Offensive Rookie of the Year, Brian Thomas Jr.
Over
Marv. It's a good upside pick as your
What's
third
that?
receiver.
What'd you say, Joe?
Over Marv.
Oh yeah.
Over Caleb Williams, probably.
No, I
am high on Brian Thomas Jr. I think he's going to be a stud. There's targets. He's basically he's going to be on the outside, taking Calvin Ridley's spot. He can catch the ball. He's got speed. I think there's a comparison to him. He's like maybe a smaller DK Metcalf type player. He was the deep guy at LSU, so I'm excited to watch him. He's already lighting it up in training camp, preseason. And I think Trevor Lawrence was 17th last year. Where's it
I think he was like 12th in our.
13th in full PPR.
He was 16th in air yards per attempt last
there
year.
You go.
So they're going to be throwing the ball still, and Christian Kirk's a little older, maybe a little injury history with him, so they're really.
He's already hurt, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he has a calf injury right now. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like besides Evan Ingram, there's not much receiver behind him.
Yeah.
Thomas, so I think he's going to. Maybe the first couple weeks might be slow, but I think at some point he's going to be an easy plug and play.
Yeah, is he's your last flex, right?
Yeah.
In your starting lineup. I mean, are you little concerned like those first 3 or 4 weeks with that.
I mean, I'm based on my lineup, I'm probably riding with him.
Yeah.
So it might take a couple weeks, but we'll see. The next at the 9, I took Jordan Addison. I know we talked about this. Probably could have went. There's a couple other guys I probably would have preferred over him, but we'll see what happens. I mean, he's a good player for sure. It's just really it all depends on Sam Darnold. I mean, I think Jordan Addison's style of play is maybe more beneficial for Sam Darnold. Maybe the shorter routes, stuff like that, stuff where Darnold can get the ball out of his hands faster instead of waiting for Jefferson to get 20 yards down the field.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
You might be able to sell high in the first half before T.J. Hawkinson comes back if Jordan Addison does good.
Yeah.
So I think once Hawkinson's back, he in my opinion would probably go ahead of Addison in terms of who Sam Darnold would target.
He could be dropped at some point.
Yeah. You'll probably trade him.
I'll sneak him into a trade package. On the 12th, I took Tyler Algier. I mean,
I think it's a great pick.
Great backup to have. I mean, he's going to get touches. He's going to get looks. He's going to get targets.
Yeah.
Shout out the bracket.
Trust him in your flex.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Shout out the bracket. I'm praying. I love Bijan Robinson, but I'm praying that he goes down this year. I am praying for that.
No, especially as your fourth running back there. I mean, you need 2 of your starters to need Algier to be your guy.
Yeah.
So I think I was really looking at him. If you didn't take him there, so I think that was a great pick.
The 11th round, I took Mike Williams. I mean, Aaron Rodgers got to throw to somebody else besides Garrett Wilson.
Mm-hmm. No, he doesn't.
He's ahead of schedule on his ACL. He's back at practice. He's getting reps. Might take him a while, but he might be able to be a bye week fill-in at some point. He's a big body.
Touchdowns could be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, touchdowns could be there.
Mm-hmm.
On the 12th, I took David Njoku. I mean, he's a solid tight end. He's number 6 last year. All the way in the 12th round. You can't beat that. You got guys like Brock Bowers down there, Taysom Hill. Honestly, they're a bunch of bums. So, I don't like having Njoku and Cooper on the same team because, again, it's all dependent on Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, and that's not a good offense to depend on either.
Njoku's a big body. He's got good hands, so, I mean, he can be... I got 2 tight ends I can kind of go back and forth with, maybe based on matchups, so... The 13th, I took Jaleel. I'm not even going to pronounce that last name.
I think it's McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
Yeah, McLaughlin.
He's been getting a lot of praise in the offseason from Denver.
Yeah. No more Pirine now.
Yep, no more Pirine. Denver wants to run the ball. He can catch the balls out of the backfield.
Yeah.
If Javonte goes... I mean, Denver might not be that good. We'll see. We just don't know. No. But... he's a running back. He's a body. He might be able to be something at some point. The 14th, I took Kenny Gainwell. The Birds. Hey, I mean, Saquon has an injury history.
We got Will Shipley,
I'm not saying...
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I'm not saying Gainwell is going to be an automatic...
Plug and play.
If it would probably be a lot of him and Shipley, but
yeah, they would rotate a lot.
There's a lot of Eagles fans in this league, so he might be able to be a kind of a teaser there.
Low trade piece.
The 15th, I took the Texans, which already dropped. I did not look at their schedule.
Who'd you pick up?
I thought their
Cincinnati
week 1 matchup
Bengals
was pretty good.
I mean, they play Indy week 1. They could get torched there.
Yeah.
They play the Colts, Chicago.
Who did the Bengals play? Week 1.
I'd have to look.
They play New England. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's easy. That's easy.
And then my last pick, I took Deshaun Watson, who I, again, already dropped.
Yeah, who'd you pick up then?
I dropped him for Greg Dortch, the Arizona wide receiver 2
Lot better pickup
or
there.
3.
Lot better pickup.
He's got a good connection with Murray, so Cardinals offense should be. They should put up points.
Mm-hmm. Should be a lot better.
He's probably going to be obviously the third option on that offense, but an injury away from being a wide receiver 2 on that team. So plus I have Kyler Murray, so we'll see.
Yeah, doesn't hurt.
I would probably give my team. I'd probably say maybe like. This is tough. I want to say a C plus.
Wow, you do not like your squad, huh? Compared to.
I do have. All right, I'll go B minus.
Okay.
I was going back and forth. I do have at least three starting good running backs. I've got a couple guys that maybe have some upside. I think Kyler's going to kill it. My tight end might be, like I said, it might be switching those guys based on matchups, or one of the receivers goes down on the Texans.
Those kind of teams are so tough though. Those are stressful teams when you gotta make decisions based every week on matchups.
Yeah, I know.
Because then you're kicking yourself, then you make the wrong decision. Now your Sunday's ruined. Now you're pissed off.
But I mean, if I see that Njoku and Cooper are both manageable starting on that offense, I'll put them in. So I'll put Njoku in over Schultz. We'll see. I mean, Schultz was finished 11th last year. Now that was without Diggs, and Tank Dell had an injury. But Njoku was top. He was number 6 last year. So
yeah, I think a lot of those though came in his last few games.
Oh yeah, his last couple games with Joe Flacco.
They were like 20 plus, I think.
Yeah, 21, 26, 16, 17.
Yeah, his last final games were.
I mean, he had a couple good games with Deshaun, but definitely not like what he had with Joe Flacco.
He helped me beat Brackett in the playoff, in the first round of the playoffs last year.
Yeah, week 7. Excuse me. Week 7 on, Njoku had one game below, 5 points or 6 points. I mean, he was very, very reliable at the tight end position there.
Especially for the 12th round.
Yeah. What would you give your brother there, Joe? Wait, Josh, what did you give Joe? Did you say
I said a C plus.
Yeah, he said a C plus. Gives his own team a B minus.
Your team.
Well, I mean, my running backs.
You got better running backs. Yeah. Your wide receivers, I think I have better wide receivers than you.
I mean, your wide receiver 1 and 2 are better.
Even after that, I think my depth, like maybe Xavier Worthy over Brian Thomas, that's a tough one. Keenan Allen over Jordan Addison, yeah. Jameson Williams over Mike Williams, yeah.
I think I would give the nod to Joe. You could say that Thomas and Worthy are even, but Keenan, I think, is definitely better than Jordan Addison.
And even your like DJ Moore, I know he's wide receiver 1, but again, there's so many mouths to feed on that offense. Can he be your true wide receiver 1? Amari Cooper, I think, has that ceiling. He has that potential to be your true wide receiver 1. Kyler is a good pick. He should ball with Marv. I do look at Dalton Schultz, even though he's not the first option or the second.
Or third.
Yep, there you go. I'm learning.
Nice.
You can't say C plus because I already said that to you.
No, you said B minus.
I mean, my team. I feel like my team could go south very quickly, especially if DJ Moore and Cooper don't produce.
I think your team can go south quickly if one of your RBs isn't producing like they're supposed to.
Yeah, but they're going to.
I think that's where you lose it. Just because I don't know.
Gibbs.
Go ahead.
Gibbs, Taylor, and Kamara are, I feel like, going to be one of the most consistent backs this year.
I like looking at even though like Brackett he took those 4 straight running backs, I like your 3 better than his 4.
Really? I don't know.
Bro,
about that.
JT and Gibbs off the rip. I mean, that is high power. And Kamara is a PPR machine. Especially they cut Kendrick Miller or put him on the IR or whatever.
Yeah, and I don't think the coach likes.
The coach hates Kendrick Miller, and their backup is Jamal Williams, who did nothing last year. It's terrible. So, like, even if you don't think Kamara is good, the whole world is there for him. Like,
No, I like Kamara.
You know, everything's there.
Yeah, I'm kind of hope like Kyler, Gibbs, Taylor, Kamara. You know, they can kind of carry me because they're gonna be there every week. Brian Thomas is gonna come along.
Are you flirting with the C+ to B- show? Is that where your head's at?
Yeah.
Which one?
I like
Yeah,
the B-. Sorry, I just heard B-.
Okay.
B-?
I'd go
maybe B.
All right.
B.
Yeah, just because you like the running backs are good. The wide receivers could be there. Like I said, I'm not sold that you have a true wide receiver 1.
Probably not.
But the potential's still there. Kyler Murray can be top 10, maybe.
Keenan Allen
top
goes
5.
down. Keenan Allen goes down.
That is true. Like one of these
better.
guys goes down, DJ Moore goes down. Now I got Keenan Allen.
Yeah, what are the odds?
DJ Moore
your
was
chances
hurt.
aren't good for you. Keenan Allen has a huge injury history.
Yeah, I mean,
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So B, is that your final?
Yeah.
Going B.
Yeah.
I'd go B too. I would say what keeps from like over the top, definitely the receivers. I mean, they're good, but in terms of that top tier 1, I mean, I think DJ Moore is a fine number 1, but in terms of looking at other guys around the league, it's definitely one of the weaker ones.
Yeah.
But not bad. I mean, I really don't like the Dalton Schultz pick. That I should say I don't hate. If you want to take Dalton Schultz or your team, I think there at the 7-12 was not good. Like, you know, looking back again, this is hypothetical. You know, you could have paired up Christian Watson, Deontay Johnson, or Jackson Smith and Jigba with Brian Thomas there, and you've got an elite 4 right there. I mean,
Especially
with one of those guys breaking it out. And then because you got Njoku in the 12th, who finished 6th last year.
Yeah, I mean, if looking back, honestly, I probably would have taken JSN there.
Yeah, I mean, again, looking back, you know.
Coming back on your when you took Dalton Schultz, like just about everybody else had already had a tight end.
Yeah, I mean, the next tight end didn't go till 11-8 with Dallas Goedert. Again, you know, we're looking.
Coming to your pick, there was only two people without a tight end.
I mean, were you kind of concerned in terms of a lot of tight ends went, and you just were scared that Schultz wouldn't be there later?
You look at how our draft was going. Guys were taking 2 and 3 tight ends.
Yeah, I mean,
3 quarterbacks.
Crazy.
I definitely didn't think Njoku was going to fall.
Yeah.
That far.
Yeah, I mean, when you took Schultz, there were 2. Andy and Brackett were the only other teams that didn't have a tight end at that time. So, I mean, just looking back, that's something different I do. But I love your running backs. Like Algiers, your 4th is phenomenal. I think Taylor, Gibbs, Kamara, and Kyler are going to carry you. Like they're going to be great. So that's why I keep it at the B. I think your receivers are fine. McLaughlin, I like Njoku in the 12th. I think he's great. So I give you the B there. I like the B.
Now, one thing I looked at too, it might have been before we had our live draft. I looked at, or it was right after. I looked at Gibbs, Taylor, and Kamara's bye weeks, and they're all different. So I never have to worry about two of these guys having the same bye week.
You know, that's something I didn't even look at. I mean, it's nice when it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When I'm drafting, I'm not really looking at buys.
No, me neither.
No, but it's
after the fact.
Yeah, it's a bonus that they're not. You know, it definitely would suck if all 3 had like a week 6 bye for sure. But
I didn't even check my buys.
Yeah, I don't. But all right.
Week 12.